Stream has begun. Now let's get to sharing the link. Good, no one's here yet. No one's here to see me be alone. Alright, now to link it all the places that I do. Hello everyone! Oh, her leg's doing fine. They can't remove the stitches yet, but Sweetie's doing just fine. And as you guys noticed, I'm kind of moderating the chat myself right now. Mainly because Bronny's caught up at work, and so is Brandon. But don't worry, I did it before them, and I shall do it after them. Good evening, Pristine. Yeah, I'm kind of tired too. My volume's low. Okay. Let's see what I can do about that. Oh, it's on the max. Maybe I gotta change what setting it's on or turn up the gain. How's that? Any better? Eh? How was the finale? Yo, hey Countess. The finale was good. Has everyone seen it? Everyone? Because I'll say, yeah, I enjoyed it. Bittersweet, like all finales are. We're still working on this scarf. We even got Yay! It resumed. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Though, I have been having problems with my internet lately. Like, it disconnected last night too, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, there we go. It's coming back. Slowly but surely. It's frozen. Let's see, what can I do about that? Tell me if that changes. Huh. Hmm. Maybe I gotta disconnect and reconnect the camera. Yep. Oh yeah. So my video output is low. Gosh, I wonder why. Yeah, I spoke to Bronny today. I mean, we text each other all the time. Froze again. Yeah, I think it's just gonna come down to my connection isn't very strong tonight. So I don't know. I guess bear with me as we deal with that. Not sure why we're having such issues. A cool 2 frames per second. It's an attack by Cozy Glow. Why specifically her? Apparently Little Cheese is actually Pinky's son. Yeah, sure, whatever. Either one. We just want to illustrate that a child has happened, so canonically she has had sex. At least we can hear you. Yes, and that's all you need. I hope it's not frozen on something like something unflattering. I thought Little Cheese was a girl. Big Jim said it was a cult. Yeah, Big Jim said a lot of stuff. It doesn't really matter. Yesterday, Mad Munchkin had a 10-hour stream, really piled on the feels. Reminded me that this fandom's gone far beyond what anyone expected. Yeah, it definitely did. Lily has the best chance of redemption. Yeah, because she was a child, but then we just turned her into stone, and apparently we've kept her like that for years. At least she's not going to age very much. I have no idea what y'all are talking about, but I can only assume it's about something I haven't seen yet. Okay, let's slow it down with the spoilers. Sorry. My throat is stuck in. I've noticed two background characters from each year. Canon couples, the one who's a nerd and the other who's a jock. I didn't know that. She also had the best long game Eva plan. Yeah. Would you have preferred Sombra to be in the finale? Yeah, I would have liked Sombra around a bit longer. He was fun. Very competent. I mean, that would have been like a quadruple threat right there. Interested to see how the plot would have changed. Am I wearing braids? Yes, I am. I had braids on for work, and I decided to just keep them on. You guys never see me in braids. Though I do see why I take them out after I go out of work. I kind of want to take them out. I mean, it's not putting too much stress on my head or anything, but it's like... it's there. It's like wearing a hat for a long amount of time, and you're like, why am I even wearing this hat anymore? I don't need it. So you haven't seen the series finale then, right? Oh, yeah, it's directed at someone, so... For its Mickey Yeet. A stream week of Josh and Ari's wedding. Yeah, it's probably going to be canceled because I am going to that wedding. I got their wedding present in the mail today and wrapped it all up, so, probably should state that out now, that the weekend after the next weekend, I'm not going to have that stream. I'm in Baltimore and I took pictures of some cosplayers. They were so authentic. That's neat. If Kozulo planned to get rid of Magic, how we saw how she manipulated school, give her time, she could have taken over Equestria. Yeah, definitely if she let herself develop a little bit more. It didn't get so over eager. Thankfully, no one shot me when I scared them. Get Knife the Kitty, please, Miss Blossom. I would, but she's up on top of the shelves in the kitchen right now, and that's just too high. I don't have a stool, and I'd rather not. It's still frozen. Live stream offline. It's working now. Oh man, we went through those pretty quick. Live stream offline is still frozen and it's working now. Oh wait, no, it's offline again. This is not going well. This isn't going well at all. I think I'm back on again. Let me take my phone off the Wi-Fi. Have this little... Oh no, my Wi-Fi's already off. There's no excuse then. This is ridiculous. What's the off-stream picture? Like, is it just my old OC and like my name in like a fancy text with that just expression on my face where it's just like, ugh. God, it's just riddled with technical difficulties right now. Hi Heather, how are you this evening? I'm doing alright, crocheting. This is a, oh, if anyone forgot, this was a scarf I was making for Bronny's dad when I go over there for Christmas. So yeah, it's almost done. So we'll be done in just a couple rows, and I have a couple materials just ready for like something else for another member of his family. So that's very good. I still quote your video every day. I like to keep things authentic. I do. Be glad you're not here, miss. Mama is watching football and yelling. Well, that's fun stuff. Oh, look. It says live stream health is in the green. I sure hope it is. Nope, I haven't been keeping up at all. Oh, shoot. The final episode of Film is leaving me empty. I was for the series ending given the quality of the last season, but now I wish it hadn't concluded. Isn't that... Oh, no, it went back to red. Isn't that the story we all have? I thought about streaming at times, but I don't know what I would do though, and I don't if my internet could handle me streaming. Yeah, that's definitely a factor. By the way, Heather and Friends, today's my birthday. Woo, happy birthday, man. This is how you're spending your birthday and hanging out with me? That's flattering. I hope you at least got some cake and stuff before you came. Did you enjoy the Castle Crashers game with Ronnie? Yes, I did. Very much so. I like Castle Crashers a lot. It's a game that carries a lot of nostalgia for me, and I enjoy it immensely. And it seems he enjoyed it too, so I'm glad I could share something with him that we could both enjoy. That's something that's difficult to do with Bronny sometimes. He's a very picky guy when it comes to his media, so you can't just like show him a movie that you think is good and expect him to be like, oh yeah, I see why you like this. Nah, he'll usually be like, this is terrible. I'm allowing it. Castle Crashers is a dope ass game. Hell yeah, it is! But guys, Bronny's not here. We can curse as much as we want. Let's party! I feel like having popcorn all of a sudden. Maybe I'll make some after the stream. The anime Dr. Stone rock. I don't know that anime. Wiener! Fritz McYeet. You're going past the lines of what's considered decent. Keep it going. Yeah. What would you like the series box set of Friendship is Magic to look, in your opinion? Probably like that book. Be really scenic. Yeah, I'm not a movie person, lol. I am the same way, lol. Totally blunt. Yeah, I mean, he likes movies. He just doesn't like every movie. Like, you can usually watch most movies and be like, yeah, there was something to that was interesting to watch. But he's so picky with his media. Like, I'll show him a song, like, I'll show him a song, then I'm like, oh, this song's pretty catchy, and he'll be like, this is the most annoying thing ever, this is terrible, get this out of my face, because he's like, his mom was an opera singer, so he was born with a higher class of music, or whatever, and since he swears he's a writer, every other bit of media you can think of, he criticizes to no end. I mean, he'll stomach stuff for me, but, like, that's not the funnest thing in the world. You're like, you're spending time with me to watch this thing, but, like, I know you're just, like, you wouldn't enjoy this otherwise. You're offline. The circle of doom has come. There we go. Where's the sound? Now it's gone. It says it's in the green for now. Oh, wonderful. my offline pictures, me sitting there with my eyes closed and my lips stuck out. Yeah, you're moving. Oh, it's offline again. Oh, it's online again. Oh my god, are we just gonna have a recording of this afterward with me going like, oh, it's online, oh, it's offline, oh, it's online, oh, it's offline. This is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten two gay dudes together at some point. But I feel like mostly what I'm seeing is lesbians. A lot of lesbians. It's cool, but I was just like, equal representation on both sides, guys. Both genders. How often? Didn't you already ask that? Did I not answer? Pretty often, I suppose. I'm not actively making art all the time because I just don't. I'm not motivated. Tell me, guys, at what point should I just, like, give up and be like, you know, it's disconnecting too often. Maybe we should call it a night. Because we're not even 20 minutes into this thing. I'm watching clips from Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Nothing personal, I don't like Gary as much as I used to. It's because you had too much. Oh, here we go. Alright, guys. Deed is best Gelfling. I don't know what's going on there. Why did the fungus downsize? There was too mushroom. How can you tell if a shop is new? No store age. Yeah. Even when he's not here, I'm assaulted with puns. Yep. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just laggy. How long could you last locked in a room with Mary Sue for? I think the better question is, how long could Mary Sue last locked in a room with me? The stream, Mrs. Bronny. The stream better nut the frick up. God, why did I not say fuck? I could say fuck, he's not here. Oh, my life is in shambles. I'm held back. The stream doesn't miss me. Well. Oh, Brandon! Oh! They're getting him in here.
Alright.
Brandon, this stream is a mess!
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, my connection keeps dropping in and out, so I'm going offline and online like crazy.
Oh man, a connection in a desert. Yeah, a spotty connection in a desert.
Yeah, eat me, Brandon. Just moderate the damn chat.
Alright.
We haven't gotten into anything too interesting lately. Like, I've gone offline like 4 times already, so our conversation has been spotty, at best.
Alright, well, give me a second. Give me one quick second.
Absolutely.
But before that, Battleship Agent Core, always forget how to say the name. Without fail, I always forget. Have you watched Dr. Wolf's Simply Rarity audiobook?
Simply Rarity. Yes, I think I have. I loved that one. Did he make like the ones like I know a couple of his audiobooks that he already did. He like gets artists to like illustrate all the scenes. Has he done that yet? Because I remember listening to that reading quite a few years ago, and it was one of my favorites. and inspired the name of my Etsy shop, Simply a Rarity.
I would imagine that, unless he already did that, he would have kept going. Then you just go down the list: Rarity, then Rainbow Dash, then Twilight, etc. You know what I mean?
No.
That if he really wanted to keep the motif going, he would have gone for other characters. He wouldn't stop at Simply Rarity. He would have gone to.
Oh no! Like it was a reading of a fan fiction, so.
Oh.
It's a story. It was a pretty good one.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a lot of fanfics. There's definitely not. It's definitely not a niche or a niche or whatever.
Fanfictions can be fun.
Okay. Honey Drop the Unicorn says, I have 12 sins now, sins equaling subs. Are any of them from people in the chat here?
Are we all doing follow for follow, guys? That's a rule here. We follow for follow.
Oh god, that's like
sub for
old.
sub. That's like back in the pre-years of YouTube, where the layout was so different. But everyone would message you and go like, "Hey, man, sub for sub, and I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't really know what subscribing even meant when I was on YouTube at that point. I would just regularly visit the channels I liked watching videos on, and then I realized subscribing didn't cost money, and I'm like, yeah, and I subscribed to all my favorites.
And then proceeded to never watch their content.
No, they would always stop making it. Like there was a lot of Halo Machinima. I used to watch tons of that back in the day. A lot of people like discontinued their series, like Outpost Easel and lost the Halo spoof. Excuse me. And probably Spriggs discontinued. I think they just finished that series off and people wanted more and they just never made more. A lot of different stuff.
It's a hell of a business strategy. Makes people want more and then never deliver on it. That's a great way to lose all your fans.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was a good standalone machinima. It really didn't need more, but we wanted more. And maybe, it would have been terrible if they kept it going, because there is some machinimas that went on forever, like Red vs. Blue. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but it was still going. Like, until recently. In fact, it could still be going on right now, and I just don't know.
Okay. Clayton says, well, first he said I was the best. Thank you, I guess. But then he also asks, will this be the first time you'll be visiting Bronny's parents?
Yes. I've met them over the phone only, so.
What were they like?
They seemed nice enough. You can't really get a big impression out of somebody after just like one phone call that you're sharing with another person. They seem nice enough, and from what Bronny tells me, they're parents, they're good ones. They've been married together forever, love their kids. Religious, I guess. He gave his mom a Bible for Christmas last year. A nice one, I guess.
So, what are going to be your expectations for when you actually see him in person? More or less the same, or what do you
more
think
or less the same. Like, I don't know. His mom's supposedly a neurotic neat freak, so there's going to be some of that. I expect the experience to be a little uncomfortable because I'm going to be someone who's new entering their home in a place I don't know, far from my own home, and with people who are very curious about me because Bronny hasn't had a girlfriend in a long time, and he's only ever had one that I know of that he brought home. So I'm going to be the second.
Alright.
A lot of socializing.
Bucket 5 asks if you enjoy... Sorry?
I was like, a lot of socializing I'm expecting, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I can tell. Whenever we talk over text.
Hey, it's so much work, okay? I don't want to text.
I put in the effort. I like to put in effort. I don't talking over text.
But like, this is why I use speech to text sometimes, because I'm like, fingers, don't want to text. I'm just going to speech to text.
Fine. Fine. My mom does speech to
Yeah,
text.
your
It
mom
comes out
makes
hilarious.
freaking masterpieces with that shit. I don't want to be your mom.
I mean, apparently my mom already has something in common with Ronnie's. They're both neat freaks.
Oh, this is sad.
Yeah, it is. So Buckin5 asks if you enjoyed Fallout Equestria.
Never even partook of it. Never read it. Don't know what's going on there.
When I used to be a brony, I actually read a couple chapters of Fallout Equestria.
Was it good?
I don't even remember. I barely remember it. It seemed interesting. I don't. It's literally just ponies in Fallout. I don't. And that's the thing I don't get. There's, ponies are inserted in most everything, and that's whatever. That's really not something I can care about. I know a lot of people hate it. I don't really care. But what makes Fallout so special? Fallout, to me, is just at best mediocre game made by a really terrible game company. Why is the additional horses somehow better?
I think a lot of people just already liked Fallout, and a lot of people like ponies. When you put it together, you're gonna get something that sells, I guess, because they actually are selling like hardcover books of the fan fiction.
What?
Yeah, they've done that for a few of the fan fictions, like Past Sins has a hardcover book now. I thought about getting one, but I was just like, I didn't like the story that much. I liked Past Sins, don't get me wrong. It gave me like a good vibe while I was reading it. It was interesting, but I wasn't over the top for it. If I really enjoyed the fan fiction, then I would buy it. But yeah, I don't know about the legality of all of it, but apparently that you can just publish a hardcover book of your fan fiction and sell it.
Oh man, maybe I should give that a try with Unwashed Secrets.
Oh my god, so much money. And those are original characters. There's no problem with the legality at all.
Oh yeah, definitely original characters. Anyway, as for whether or not Fallout in question was good, I don't remember. I kind of stopped a little after the there was some kind of sneak scene. That's really all I remember. They got out of the pony, whatever his or her name was, got out of the vault. Yeah, they were sneaking around.
Look, someone decided that they love me. It's not the cat. It's Sweetie.
Sorry to disappoint.
Oh, the stream's delayed. That's why I didn't notice, and it just kind of came out of nowhere.
The connection has just been terrible. I've dropped in and out of the stream a few times.
Hopefully me.
What are you doing to the internet?
Nothing.
Rip.
You're giving me suspicious looks.
So,
I have other candies.
Ooh.
Oh, candy corn taffy, gummy worms, more chocolate.
Battleship Agent Court asks if do people actually laugh evilly?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean,
Sometimes I'm so overflowed with joy with something I'm about to do that I might laugh evilly, and it scares everyone.
that's true. If I'm like scheming things, I have an evil laugh.
I've done evil-esque type of laughs. I don't know, not full-blown laughs. I guess just kind of chuckles.
Oh yeah, like the evil chuckle, like something's happening that you're like happy about, but it makes someone else like have an unfortunate time. You're just like something like that.
And Buckin5 asks you, Heather, what your best evil laugh is. So go ahead, knock them out.
Man, I've never even tried. At least not in a long time.
No pressure.
And no, I just do the chuckle. I guess I'm just like something like that. You try to evil laugh yourself, Brandon.
No, that just came out of nowhere. Let's see, there's a lot of stuff. Buckin5 says that you're teleporting right to left.
Oh, that's kick-ass, because I like this.
Sweetie Clayton says hi.
Hi.
They were asking about your foot.
Yeah,
I told them that you were fine.
Foot is still attached to leg.
But yeah, if you'd watched her Twitter, you'd see that she didn't get her stitches removed yet.
No, not yet. Hopefully on Monday.
Monday. Fingers crossed. Heal her.
How long has the finale been out, by the way?
Finale's been out
About a week.
Yeah, about a week. That's long enough for a spoiler warning, right? Yeah.
Okay, very good. Because Clayton wants to know, sweetie, how you felt about the finale.
I loved it. No complaints.
Why?
I guess my only complaint was I actually wasn't a huge fan of the Apple Dash being implied so heavily. Just because I was never a huge fan of shipping the main six with each other. But I can live with it. I mean, I mostly am just impressed with the balls of them being willing to do that. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't mad.
You know, of the ships we got, and we got lesbians, were there any gay guys in there?
There aren't enough males in the cast for such a thing.
Dang it. Yeah, I just.
There's really not enough.
Is it
last
me,
night,
or does it
there's
feel
really
like the
not
gay
enough
couples we get are mostly
male
lesbians?
ponies in general.
Because most of the ponies are girls.
Oh no, I mean like in general
Yeah.
media.
In general media?
Yeah.
I think because generally it's more acceptable than... It's weird to say. But girls being more masculine is more acceptable than men being more feminine. So, I feel like lesbianism is a good gateway drug to everything else.
So, sweetie, Bucket 5 is asking, how much pain are you expecting from your stitches room?
Hopefully not too much. Probably not nearly as much as when they went in.
I've never had a stitch before, so I have no idea.
The last time I had stitches, I was really young. I don't recall it being painful when the stitches came out. It was actually kind of a relief. It's like, oh, thank God, they're finally out.
I can scratch that again.
Yes, that's the thing. Right now, I'm in, like, I want to scratch it mode.
You're in the same boat as the
No, I
cat,
don't wanna
but
do
she
that.
fulfills it.
Yeah.
I've had
What are you
stitches
eating?
before, and
My pumpkin biscotti.
no,
Oh.
neither process is really
It just
that
looks
bad.
like really
They just
hard bread.
numb you.
That's basically what biscotti is.
It's a funny word.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I can barely hear you.
Hold on, let me turn the volume on. Or maybe, where's my volume
Is
mixer?
it my headset or is it? Or is
Hold
it my
on,
volume?
let me open up my sound settings. No, wait, not that. Volume mixer is what I want. Like, oh yeah, why isn't it matched up to my other volume? That's weird. Okay. Oh yeah, now you're too loud.
Yeah.
Speak.
Like I was saying, I've had stitches. Neither process is terrible. They just numb you.
Dude, lidocaine burns. That was the worst part of it.
I mean, okay. I guess I can't really make comparisons. Our locations are different. Mine was my finger, so it's probably different. But I don't know.
Let me put it this way. I had the syringe was about that thick, of about that much of it, 3 times. I had
Yeah.
a crap ton of lidocaine in my leg. And I still, like, the reason it was 3 times is because he injected me once, and then he saw another gash they didn't see before and injected me in that one, and then started on that one, and then went back to the first one, and then the lidocaine had worn off on the first one, so he had to inject me again.
Ugh, glorious.
So Clayton says, in Equestria Girls, there are 2 male characters who are a couple. Does that help?
Yeah, Equestria Girls went all gay on us.
Oh yeah, what was it? Cause Clayton was talking about that earlier. A jock and a nerd.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the Radical Love guy and somebody else.
I have to look at them to know. I don't know the background
And Clayton-
people name.
And Clayton was also talking about, I missed the comments a while ago. If anyone found Star Tracker a bit creepy, who is Star Tracker?
Oh, the guy from that one episode of My Little Pony that like breathe, like, you know when they were on the Once Upon a Zeppelin, the fan. That
I
was-
don't think I saw that episode actually.
Oh well, basically he would just follow Twilight around because he won some sort of prize and be like right up breathing down her neck. I'm surprised you didn't see that one. I thought you would like it.
Yeah, it's funny. Everyone like in the analysis fandom was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so my life at cons." And like, yeah, okay. I never got around to seeing it. Meant to, didn't. I saw reviews of it. Mainly, I saw Silvercool's review of it, and probably no one else's.
Mainly, I kind of relate to it too. You just can when there's like, well, as a woman.
As a woman,
part.
I really do feel like honestly being female accentuates it a little bit. Like, I have significantly less subscribers. The amount of harassment I get is probably equal to a male at about double my subscribers.
Battleship. I'm just gonna call you Battleship. Is that okay? if you continue this tradition of live streaming each Saturday, what will we talk about until Generation 5 MLP?
Dude, I'll talk about anything. Like, sometimes we're not even talking about
Honestly, we all rarely talk about MLP.
we talk about anything. We'll talk about anime. We'll talk about... Wait, I haven't caught up on Fruit Baskets yet. Dang it.
Girl!
I know, I've had the
Season
time.
1 is over.
I
Do
know.
it.
I forgot.
Heather.
I freaking keep forgetting, and I keep watching Yesterworld videos. I love Disneyland.
Well, Heather,
That's
we were talking about it before, and I had to go. Some kind of anime or some other creative work that involved werewolves.
Werewolves. Was it Underworld?
Unless you count Wolf's Rain, that's not exactly werewolves, but...
But, like, because I was
No.
talking to him because we were trying to think of werewolves in popular media. And, like, I was just like, other than Twilight, which we want to ignore, we're not talking about Twilight. Werewolves came up in a few things, and I was talking about different kinds of werewolves.
Like
Because
Teen Wolf.
And I remember
I
we were.
haven't seen that, so...
You're making me feel old here. That was a huge hit.
The werewolves I'm most familiar with are from Underworld, or the Lycans, because there were werewolves that were pure werewolves that didn't turn back to humans. They stayed humanoid wolves. And
That's
then
what we
there
were talking about.
Yeah, and then there was Lycans, because one day a werewolf gave birth to a human baby, but it wasn't a human baby because it could also turn into a wolf. It could turn back and forth, and that's how, like, and his name was whatever, and they were like...
His name was whatever, huh? That's sad.
Yeah, I know, I couldn't remember, but I liked the movie, mostly for the aesthetic. But, yeah, he was born, and his name was whatever. That's what we'll call him, whatever.
Good old whatever.
And vampires were like, whoa, we can use him because he has the brute strength of werewolves, but he has some cognitive ability, so we can understand what we're saying. And so, like, one of the people is like, so, will we make more of him? They're like, no, we will make more like him. So they became Lycans.
Boo.
I know, it
the
was the
whole
worst.
name is based on a pun?
Yeah, it's the
Oh
worst!
my god.
But that's the one part of the movie I think Bronny would like. And then it turned into a love story when the leader of the vampire's daughter fell in love with the first Lycan.
As they do.
As they do. It ended terribly. But yeah, it was...
As they do.
They always do. And yeah, so that concept of werewolf was pretty cool. But they didn't have, like, the thing with, like, they needed the full moon to change or anything like that. They would just change. Like, they couldn't control it at first, but they learned to control it. They didn't mention it having anything to do with the moon. But, yeah, other than that, I can't think of werewolves in popular media, and that's a shame.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Yeah, but they didn't go very far with it in the stories.
In the movies they didn't. In the books they did.
In the books they did, but like I said, the movies is where it's at.
No. Lies, heathen, no. The books are where it's at.
It is.
Fenrir Greyback got no explanation in the films. He's just there, and you get no explanation of who he is, why he's important, and why we should give a damn. You're not even really clear that he's a werewolf. Like, it doesn't come up.
Yeah, and there was like this whole thing where he like scratched Ron's brother because he was a werewolf and not on the full moon.
He mentions it briefly, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this happened to me," which you should have witnessed in like the previous book. But now I have to play catch up because it's suddenly freaking relevant.
And his scars should have been worse. They were just like little hairy
like,
scars.
Oh yeah. Well, keep in mind there's magic,
I suppose.
so most scars shouldn't really be scars.
But they're sexy.
So, unrelated to werewolves, Clayton asks, what do y'all think of Pinky being a mama?
Love it.
Yeah.
What?
Love it.
I
love
can
it,
see
love
that
it,
coming.
love it,
She
love it,
seems
love
like
it.
the type that would have babies, and we got a canon chick that
Like
everyone
with
was waiting
cheese,
for.
yes. I had a debate with Silver about this. I love cheese pie. And he's like, but I'm more of a fan of opposites attract. I'm like, but in there, and I get that. I'm a fan of opposites attract too. But I like when similarities come together, when those similarities are so different from the world. Like, here are two people who are so different from everybody else around them, and then they find each other, and they're able to relate to each other and help each other out in a way that no one else can because they can't understand them to the same level. That's great too, and I love it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, my favorite ship for Pinkie Pie was like, there's no chance it would have been canon, and it was complete chaos. It was Somber Pie.
No, that wouldn't be a thing. Well, first of all, Sombra would be dead. Secondly,
Yeah.
although I say that, and when apparently Fluttercord is canon, so.
And I liked Somber Pie because of, like, a lot of fan fictions will turn me over in new leaf. Like, I didn't like Owie's Little Enduring Dew at first, but then I read a fan fiction, and I was just like, oh yeah, I like this. I need a fan fiction to, like, convince me of it. That's why I shipped Applejack in Discord for a while, because I clicked on a random freaking fan fiction and I read the whole thing and I'm like, I like that too.
I don't wanna know.
Run from this insanity.
It's not as perverse as you're thinking. It was mostly funny.
I think you're lying.
Nah, I never get sex scenes. Never!
So Buck5
The
asks,
closest I got with Daring Do when I was
do you
little,
think
they made
that
out.
Shatner was the biggest guest star Friendship is Magic ever had, in your opinion?
Shatner, gee. What was the biggest guest we had? I mean, we had Weird Al Yankovic, who
Weird Al Yankovic probably honestly cost more than Shatner. And they got him twice.
Yeah.
John Delancey probably wasn't cheap.
Oh, yeah. And they used him a lot!
Yeah. He came up a lot.
You know, I liked that Weird Al kind of responded to, like, he was like, there were rumors on the internet that I had relations with a pink horse. I would like to debunk these.
No, he said something to the effect of, like, they're mostly untrue or something like that. He said something, like, hilariously vague, like...
Yeah, that sounds like Weird Al.
Yeah.
Thank you, Weird Al, for putting your mark on this show.
I love him so much.
Clayton has a question
I'm
for
glad
Sweetie.
he was there. Oh, shit.
Can you say Crisis Power Makeup?
Crisis Power Makeup! You say it now.
Boom! Crisis! Make up! There's no power in that particular transformation phrase.
I don't even know where that's from.
It's
Sailor Moon, darling.
He's not a big enough nerd. He's a music head. That's about it.
There's music in Sailor Moon.
Nah, he's
There's music in everything.
Exactly.
He's pinky up musician type. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like that phrase I just came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Pinky up.
Clayton says, or asks, do you think Daring Do and Dr. C will start dating?
Dr. C?
Yeah, who the hell's Dr. C?
Dr. Oh my gosh, what's his full name? Her rival.
Dr.
Caballero.
Caballero.
Caballero. Yeah, I said
Dr.
Caballero because that's totally what they were trying to say, but Caballero.
But I don't know. I don't see them together. Maybe I need a fan fiction, and then maybe I'll ship it.
You need to come up with your own fanfiction.
I have them in my brain, but you know, if something doesn't click with me to begin with, I'm probably not going to explore it. But you can convince me. I'm open-minded. Very open-minded.
Buck5 asks, has anyone shipped the two of you before in fanfic form?
Not fanfic form.
Fanfic form, no.
As far as I know.
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure maybe somebody wrote it and they just didn't share it with
Not
me.
in fanfic.
Yeah, it's not in my
form, but has there
fanfiction
been any
folder.
other forms?
Oh, sure. I'm sure someone's throwing our names together.
Sweetie Blossom, was it?
Yeah, Sweetie Blossom, I think,
or Heather Blue.
The funny thing is, the second parts of our name are pretty darn similar.
Yeah, so those don't work.
It's like Blossom and Bloom, so it's like...
Bloomers.
There we go. Bloomers. We'll go with that. Makes it sound like a pair of underwear.
That just sounds like me when I talk about boomers.
Am I up? No, I'm not.
No.
I was just like, what the heck's a boomer again?
You are... Let me put it this way, darling. My parents are boomers. You are so far removed from the baby boomer generation, you could be their grandchildren.
I could. I could. I know I'm a millennial.
Buck5 asks, Sweetie, see the new announcement about a Sailor Moon movie?
I did. I actually saw it a while ago. I feel like when I saw it recently, I was like, oh, I thought we already knew that. It's one of those things, like...
I've had that happen to me too. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. Why are we acting like it's still news?
Yeah, that's
Make me the movie!
Yeah, my friend was like, oh my gosh! And I'm like, I swear I reacted this week a few weeks ago. Like, that was my thing. I'm like, I swear I knew
I
that.
am up on the social media.
But yeah, it's about blasted time. How many years has it been? I was still dating my ex. That's how long ago it was. It's freaking long.
I bet you it's done.
Honey Drop, the unicorn, asks, do you know how I Love Kim Possible a lot is doing with the fact Fluttercord is now canon?
Probably not so well.
She's dying.
To be fair, I think she may easily be in denial because it is denialable. They didn't really do anything explicit in the episode itself. I know the writers have said that they planned more explicit stuff, but I think she's gonna be like, it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Well, look who came down from the ivory tower.
Hey, sweetheart, how's it going?
You feel like being part of the family?
Cat.
Jesus.
Yes.
Beep beep, you want to be family
Bucket 5
now?
asks, what did you think of the grown-up versions of the Cutie Mark Crusaders?
Cute.
Did Sweetie Belle have like a little blanket wrapped around her, or who was that?
I think you're talking about Apple Bloom, and she had her Goldie Delicious's scarf on.
That's what it was. Cause I'm like, why did they put that on her? There's
Because
gotta be a reason.
Because I assume she's dead.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
They're
dead.
like, I can't believe they're dead. I'm like, oh yeah, they'd have been dead a long time.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by those.
Yeah, I'm
deaths.
not.
It's all the deaths I don't know about.
True. All the lives I don't. You know what sort of disappointed me? I know it's weird to say. I expected Big Mac and Sugar Belle to have more kids. They only had one. I'm like, I expected a brood. I expected like, oh, here are my nieces and nephews. There's like 7 of them.
You know, they're probably somewhere else.
I hope so, because the whole like single child thing. I'm like, come on, siblings. The Apple family of all families should have siblings, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, no, I guess maybe because they died. But I'm like, Bright Mac and Buttercup only had like 3, but then they died. But you know,
But
maybe,
that 3 is enough. I would have been satisfied with 3. I would have been satisfied with 2.
you only got one.
Like the cakes beat the apples. That's just not how it's done. And of course, you know, Applejack's not gonna have any kids, like biological kids. I mean, she could adopt, I suppose, but she's not gonna have any biological kids. So it was like, and you don't know where Apple Bloom is at, but I think she's at the age where she's probably not.
She's dating, but
She's probably
not.
dating and not necessarily married. She's probably not there yet.
What, Kitty?
What?
You mama what?
Battleship asks if any of you watched the She-Ra reboot or know anything about the characters.
I've watched half of season 1.
I've seen none of it. I hear it's good. It's not through any sort of protest. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, like I planned on watching the whole thing, but it wasn't quite hooking me. But I hear it's been getting better. A lot of lesbians are in it now, so you know it's going great.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's progressive. There was just too
Bucket5
much.
asks to pick up the kitty, please, and I agree, pick up the damn cat.
She doesn't want to be picked up. She just wants to be idolized. She's like, I'm too good for you to touch me, peasant. I'm a fluffy goddess of destruction.
Bucket5 asks, would it have been too dark to do an episode about Granny Smith's passing?
Maybe.
Yeah, Tank was as close as we got.
I really was hoping for like a reveal of what exactly happened to Buttercup and Bright Mac, but
That's
you know,
actually something they didn't bring up. I bet you anything Angel Bunny's dead.
that would explain all the rabbits. He had babies. Before
Yeah, he probably had
passed.
a whole bunch of babies.
So many babies. That's what
So
rabbits
many
do.
babies. Yep. Tank is very well, actually, Tank is probably alive.
He's a tortoise.
He's a tortoise. He's probably like, y'all are getting old.
He's a good baby.
Why are you mowing? Why?
I got you. Look at that
Honey.
belly she chewed at all day.
Honey Drop the Unicorn thinks the She-Ra reboot is horrible.
I've heard good things, but then I've heard good things from people whose opinions don't always parallel my own, so.
It's all perspective. I'm sure there's nothing monumentally wrong with the show. It's all preference.
Yeah.
Oh, kitty.
I kind of
The
want to
stream
watch
is
it.
lagging, but I can see it.
I kind of want to keep watching because I was more interested in the overarching villain that I'm sure they're not going to get into for a while, Hordak. I was really interested in him mostly because he had something on his lap that I wasn't sure it was his pet or his child. Like, it looked like a little imp. It had a face, it had wings, and it had clothes on. But he just had it on his lap, and he was petting its head. And then when he shouted, it ran off. But when he calmed down, it came back on his lap. And I'm like, is that your kid or is that a pet? What is it? I have no way of knowing. It looks about as sentient as anything else around here. We have a cat lady. What is it?
Sapient.
Is it? So why is it sitting on your lap? If it's not your kid, it's a little weird.
Excuse me?
No, I mean like the hard Hordak thing with the pet animal thing.
Yes, no, I know. But you're like, it's weird if a pet sits on your lap?
No, like, well, I guess, yeah, if it's your pet or your child, it's not weird. If it's anything else...
Oh, okay.
If it's anything
I'm
else, I
pretty
have a lot
sure
of
you said
questions.
if it's not your child, if it's your pet, then it's weird. I'm like,
Okay, yeah, but
what are
like...
you trying to say?
If it's not your pet and it's not your child, I'm a little uncomfortable. Like, what's going on there? Especially if it's sapient.
She makes good.
Clayton has a question for me. I don't often get asked questions, huh? Have you ever touched a jellyfish? Yes.
Should you do that?
If you touch the top, it's no problem.
What does
Yeah,
it
you
feel
touch
like?
the top, it's
Does it,
whatever.
Does it feel like jelly?
I wouldn't say Jello is closer. Like
No, it's a,
Yeah, I'll go to a place where you
somehow
touch
it's a
jellyfish.
bit more
it's
thick.
called the aquarium, girl.
They didn't let me touch jellyfish.
I love
That's where I went.
aquariums.
The aquarium at by BronyCon had it. You could touch jellyfish.
Oh, I never got to go there.
I went there in 2017 with Silver and KP and Viva.
I would have liked to go, but like, I was making enough notches in the money belt as it was.
Well, it was one of those things. Guess who insisted on paying for my ticket?
Ugh, how much is a ticket there?
I think it was like $40 or something.
$40? No. Batman. That zoo over here doesn't cost that much.
Well, that's because it's here.
Fucking 5 asks, would the kitty eat a piece of Sweetie's cookie?
No.
No, nor would I really necessarily want her to. There's a heck of a lot of cinnamon in that.
Nah, dude, she doesn't care about human food. She barely cares about her own food.
Stop being a whiny baby. Stop it.
Oh, that's adorable.
She is. She's a beautiful, gorgeous creature, and I'm glad to have her in my life. But, oh, this child.
I'm half tempted to send you cat toys.
You could. It's a debate if she'll play with them.
It's like a 50-50 chance she'll give a crap.
Like, I have to throw the balls
Man,
at her and her
my experience, if you have one of those toys that's hung up on a string, a huge chunk of the time, a cat's gonna be interested. In my experience.
I have to wiggle it in front of her. Like, I've got to be like, hey, here's a fishy, get the fishy. She'll be like, I will swat at it once.
And then I will stop. It is beneath me.
I don't need to
Clayton
catch my own
asks,
prey.
Sweetie, what do you think of the DC superhero girls?
That's another series I haven't seen.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, it looks fine from the clips I watch on Twitter.
Yeah, I hear people like it. Yeah, so if they do, that's good.
Buckin5 says, remember when Sweetie's OC was compared to the pony on a poster?
Pony on a poster?
Oh, maybe, yeah, because your OC looks like a lot of...
Are you referring to Harmonica? Yeah, let's be fair. My OC's color scheme is not original. That's kind of the whole point. Are you talking about like HarmonyCon's mascot? That's my only thought about a pony on a poster.
There was somebody on the writing staff who had an OC like yours, like Megan McCarthy.
No, it's not Megan McCarthy. It's not the writing staff. It's oh my gosh, Andrea Libman.
Ah.
I think it's Andrea Libman.
You were like, hey, is Sweetie going to the
every
convention?
time, and yeah, it's like, oh shit, I'm going to the convention, nice. And then like, I think she even like had one time where she's like, she's hosting an event where she gets to pet animals, and so there was like an art piece of her OC like with a bunch of animals. I'm like, this is just flat out plagiarism.
It's like,
it's plagiarism if you knew who the heck I was.
It's like, look, I came first. Maybe, probably.
Maybe, probably, yeah, honestly, probably not. I mean, she clearly was part of the fandom first.
Honey dropped the unicorn. I believe she's referring to jellyfish as the Jello of death.
The Jello of death.
Yes. Which is why I was like, you guys just touch those?
I want to meet the first person ever who decided to get the idea of trying to eat jellyfish.
How did, like, what do you cook that in? Like, how?
I don't know how.
Because in Animal Crossing, the freaking beaver who always hosts the fishing tourney, like, eats all the fish that you catch for him. And I caught him jellyfish a whole bunch of times. He's like, oh, this is delicious. And I'm like, how are you eating those? You ate one raw.
You know what? Hold on. Jellyfish. Wow. You can? Okay.
What would that taste like? What would the consistency be? Is it a soup?
Hold on, and I have to actually go back to the tab.
I'm gonna let her go. She sounds like she is uncomfortable.
I'm seeing something about jellyfish salad, so I mean...
That's a little weird. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what I
I'm
was
guessing...
expecting.
I don't know.
I guess not that.
But it does... I don't know if you can eat raw, but it does say there is a way to cook it. So, yeah. Clayton asks, question for Sweetie and Heather. Do you have to use that word? Remember when Maud got a little too aroused by Mud? I'm gonna say Briar. Mud Briar as a statue.
Briar.
Briar.
The
As
idea
a
is a
statue.
briar patch, which is
Okay.
a massive sticks. He's got to think about sticks. He's a stick in the mud, so he's Mud Briar. It's a terrible pun. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
And Heather.
It was funny, and I was also like, ooh, kinky
Right? It is like kinky.
to steal from Sweetie's book.
That's right. You owe me
Kinky
a
girl.
quarter.
Girl, I put the quarter in that jar already. I knew I was gonna curse tonight.
When were we talking about apples and Halloween? Because Dreyfus says, "Don't worry if you get an apple for Halloween. That person who gave you that apple will go to hell."
That's just a general thing, like, you know, the stereotype of like, oh, eat healthy kids, here's an apple, and then you egg their house. Who the heck wants an apple on Halloween?
I mean, I don't know if an egging is in order. Just don't
I
have
know,
the
right?
apple.
It's like then you just skip that
I
house
mean-
next year. Like,
That's what they wanted.
What message are you sending by egging? Other than, hey, I'm an asshole.
yeah, don't give me anything in the future because I'm a delinquent.
Albeit, I just thought that was a waste of eggs. I could have made chorizo with that.
I like my eggs over easy.
Me too. I don't really enjoy scrambled.
Scrambled?
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I don't
guess.
like scrambled. It's all about the sunny side up.
You just basically, I'll have my eggs any other way but scrambled.
Bucket
I'll
5
have them
asks,
scrambled
did
in
you
a
two
burrito.
enjoy Season 3 and Magical Mystery Cure?
Not really.
I liked it.
I just let me put it this way: I'm not a huge person about pacing. Like, I don't really give much care and thought about pacing. So when the pacing was bad enough that I noticed, it's pretty bad.
I just like the music. Morning Ponyville shimmer.
Honey Drop wants to let you know, sweetie, that there's a pony in Season 8 in the first 2 episodes that looks like your OC but lighter.
Probably.
They made off-color Sweetie.
There are a lot of ponies in there that look like my OC.
It's a kid.
Clayton asks, sweetie, are you against PETA?
Yes.
Most people are.
Anyone with common sense is anyway.
Oh yeah, no, gotta love the PETA endorsed kill shelters, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bucket 5 asks if any of you enjoyed the She Talks to Angel episode.
No!
I'm gonna say no to be safe.
Sweetie, I think that was you. That made me jump. That's made me jump more than any horror game I've ever played so far.
You're welcome.
And he plays a lot, girl.
Yeah, I've been trying to do Outlast Insane mode, and I get closer each time, but I always slightly mess up on a strategy and then it runs over.
Kitty.
It's so annoying.
Oh, first getting my nose. I always gotta forget. I gotta like check my hand for
Bucket
fluff.
5 asks, was that Anthony C. Pony in an episode a coincidence?
Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard
I mean, how much
Wasn't it a
fan service
thing a
have
while
they
ago
done
that
already,
someone
and
said-
how much are they going to continue?
someone had said a while ago that like due to like how many people have created OCs of My Little Pony and made interesting names, they have to like Google the name first to make sure that no one has named their OC that.
That must suck.
They'd be like, okay, I have a new character, here's the name. Like, oh, you can't use that one. Why? It was like, because someone made an off-color OC with that exact same name.
Mm-hmm.
How much you want to bet they have rich parents?
I mean, that's like... I mean, I guess with OCs I can understand that a little more, but it's just kind of like... I mean, my name's Brandon. Is suddenly... no one else
Copyright
can name their
Brandon.
kid Brandon, you know?
Copyright it, Brandon, you'd win. Copyright Landon.
There's another Brandon in my workplace, and I constantly let them know that there can only be one.
You have to go by your last names at that point.
I don't want to go by my last name if there's another Heather.
Well,
Hey, Miller. I mean, I didn't say that.
I know, I was like, sweetheart.
Frick. Sorry. Best friends.
Bucket 5 asks, Sweetie, what did you not like about the episode?
Fluttershy being terrible at her job as usual.
I just didn't find it very funny.
Yeah.
Clayton asks, Sweetie, why do you get so upset with the way Flutter cares for the animals?
Because she sucks at it. She's sitting there, instead of addressing the behavioral issue of the prey drive, she is instead changing the diets of carnivores to something that their digestive system cannot process, thus making them hungrier and refusing to enforce any sort of containment to keep said predator and prey separated until the issue can be resolved. So the fact that the snake ate the elephant is her frickin' fault, not Angel's. Because she doesn't know what the heck she's talking about by forcing animals to eat a diet that they are not suited for. They are forcing them into a lifestyle that is very unhealthy for them and will lead to, at best, their death, if not the death of those around them.
I really could have just thought she's like, if you want to hunt, do it outside the sanctuary, because in the sanctuary every animal's safe. That could have been a different solution.
Yeah, no, but instead she pushes vegan food on non-vegan animals, which is literally a problem in animal care. It is a serious problem in animal care.
I'm right now. It's kind of scaring me, I'm not gonna lie.
You asked. There is seriously a problem of people feeding their dogs and cats vegan food, and it is a serious problem, and to have on a children's television show the animal expert endorse this kind of behavior is dangerous.
Well, I mean, my question is, how many kids are left that are watching My Little Pony now? Like,
Hey, that's the problem. The people who were watching My Little Pony when it started now have children. Now have pets of their own. Now may take that sort of endorsement as fact because they're too stupid to actually do any sort of research. That's how PETA gets away with what they do, because they have people who don't think things through and use the bleeding heart BS to push their agenda, and to heck with what it actually does to the animals they're so-called trying to protect.
So, Clayton wants to know how it feels to get all of that out, Sweetie.
Yeah, Anthony wants me to make a video about it.
Oh, that'll be a script writing process.
Well, it will be, yeah, because I don't know, it's an emotional process. Not just because of my rant. There's more to it than that.
Bucket 5 asks, how much to get you to legally change your last names to Bloom and Blossom?
Not enough in the world.
Pay you.
I won't even change my name if I get married. That's changing your name legally is such a pain in the butt. No.
There's been a couple times where I considered changing my last name, but
Hey,
that's whatever.
I won't say it on the stream because I'm remembering now, but like, I think you have a unique last name. I don't see why you'd want to. I mean, we make funny puns about it sometimes, but it's not a big deal. Not a big
Yeah.
deal.
Oh no, people did that in high school too, and
Yeah.
The good thing is, at least they just did, cough. I don't care. People can infer my last name. It's whatever. They could have called me much worse.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I'm not too sweating it, revealing my stuff, because I'm like, it's the most basic name in the world. You're gonna find 20 other people before you find me.
Oh, there's millions of people with my same exact name, I bet.
Yeah, Google it.
If you include my middle name, I'm probably the only one.
Christine's saying something about, I guess, the whole animal thing. True, but the show has been grounded in real life. Like, hibernation was a thing introduced into the show. The fact that the show tried to make death similar to hibernation really ticked me off.
They didn't. People read into it. They associated it with the grieving process, but there's a difference between the grieving process and mourning someone's death. It was a grieving process that she'd have to be away from Tank for so long. It was the fandom that was like death. Death didn't come up in the show.
So, Buckin asks, Sweetie, could Fluttershy have handled the dog that bit you? Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know, from what you're telling me.
I don't know, she body slammed a bear.
It's not about strength, sweetheart.
Dreyfus asks, Heather notice me.
Noticed.
So Clayton says, I understand your point, sweetie, but I remind myself that it's a cartoon, not real life, and I'm not a fool to do the same as Fluttershy.
But a lot of people are.
Right.
That's my problem. There are a lot of people who are actually doing it. There are a lot of people who are actually feeding their dogs and cats vegan food. It is an actual problem, and they made it a joke. At best. At worst, they actually endorse the behavior, which I want to think better of the writing staff, but it's hard. It's hard when they are, in a children's show, endorsing behavior that is actually a problem in animal care.
I mean, I haven't watched the show in ages. Is this kind of the first time Fluttershy's done anything egregious to animals?
No. No. It's the worst offense she's probably ever had, but honestly, I started disliking Fluttershy's character since A Bird in the Hoof. So, this is when I first really started.
Was that the Phoenix?
The Phoenix, yes. So here's what Fluttershy does. She sees one of the oldest and wisest people in the world with her pet. Assumes she knows better. She knows better than her, so I'm going to steal her pet from her because I know better. And instead of taking said bird to the vet that we know is in town, she instead tries to care for it herself without knowing the species of the bird. She tries to administer treatment, including but not limited to trying to administer medication to a bird she doesn't know the species of. And she's not even successful in administering medication because she doesn't, you force it down their throat. Honestly, Twilight was right. They need to take medication. They're not taking it the nice way. You force it down their throat. That's what you have to do if the medication is needed. But the fact of the matter is, she was feeding medication to a bird she didn't know the species of, which was highly irresponsible and dangerous, not to mention not taking it to a vet and assuming that she, her unlicensed self, knew better than not only the vet in town, but the 1,000-plus-year-old empress who is the owner of said bird.
Wait, sweetie, I don't know too much about phoenixes in general. Whatever the phoenix was going through, wasn't that just kind of the natural course? Yeah. It wasn't just kind of reincarnating itself as something better.
Oh yeah, but she didn't know that.
So
she assumed it was sick.
So why take it to the vet if that's just? Yeah.
Well, but she thought it was sick. She tried to administer medical treatment without a license, without being in a proper clinic. Without knowing, doing proper research on the animal that she was treating, she tried to administer medical treatment because she saw the symptoms and assumed that it was a medical issue.
Clayton says, I wouldn't blame it on the show, though. I'm certain it happened before the episode aired. I'm assuming the vegan dog.
The vegan,
thing, I don't know.
But that makes it worse. Like, if some people took from the show, oh, that must be a good thing, and started feeding their animals vegan food, then I would be like, those people are idiots. No, this is currently a problem. It is currently a serious problem that they agreed with the practice of. It's something they endorsed. It is a stance in animal care that they endorsed. It's a current affair that they endorsed. A highly irresponsible and disgusting practice.
Bite Size Crafter said hello earlier, so I'm gonna say hello again. Hello.
Yeah. Gosh, girl, this is making a number on you. Guys, let's avoid more Fluttershy questions.
Seriously.
Yeah,
there's a reason why I haven't gone on a rant about her. I loathe how they treat her. I loathe what they do to her. I loathe that she's a PETA icon. That's why I hated bats. That's why I hated that episode.
Wait, what do you mean a PETA icon?
She's a PETA icon. Because PETA are the people who are telling people to feed their dogs and cats vegan food.
I think he's just imagining the concept.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, those are the dumbasses who have such bleeding hearts and empty heads. And she's the type of person that they revere. Let's feed snakes vegan cookies.
You know where I liked her? Was in the newest Daring Do episode. What was that one called?
I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying I've never liked Fluttershy. I think my favorite Fluttershy episode was... Well, actually the one that got a lot of hate, but it didn't get a lot of hate for Fluttershy. It got a lot of hate for Pinkie Pie, but Philly Vanilli. I really like that one, actually.
Not just,
Christine.
I like music episodes with songs, and it had a song.
Yeah, that's fair.
Says, how you feel about Fleurs as an animal character is how I feel about Rarity as an artist at times. Wait, what has Rarity done?
Rarity, she, like, you know, she makes an outfit people don't agree with. Like, people really hated her in that one Rainbow Falls episode where she made them, like, a flowery dress as, like, an athletic uniform, and I get it.
I think
Got off the ball.
the worst, actually, and I feel bad saying this, but the dresses for Twilight's coronation, not her, like, coronation, her first coronation,
Oh, yeah, the first coronation.
they were awful.
I thought they were okay.
I hated Luna's dress. It looked disgusting.
Yeah, Luna's dress didn't go too well, like,
And
purple
Luna
and
is
blue.
like one of the most gorgeous aesthetic princesses. You can't go wrong, or so I thought.
You know, you could put her in a black dress and it would have been good, but they don't want to go too gothic with her anymore because that's
Oh,
for
go
bad
goth.
guys. Yeah, because that's for bad guys. They don't want to do that. But, like, yeah, putting purple on blue wasn't the best
No.
idea. No.
No.
You like,
And like not even like a bluish purple. It's like a pinkish purple. And oh god.
Heather, Brawny's in the chat right now.
Ronnie, get your butt in here.
get over here, young man.
Heather's
Ronnie
flirting
says-
with people behind your back.
Did I do
Brawny
that?
says-
No, but I can make up stories.
Okay.
He says, Heather, you're cheating on me with Sweetie again? I thought what we had...
Well, look, if you're gonna abandon me every time. Like, this is the second time.
Yeah, Brawny, you're so unreliable.
I won't lie, I like that you're keeping the conversation going because I'm a little tired.
Oh. Well, nothing gets me more riled up than Fluttershy's
Like-
a good animal care person.
It's like, I'm gonna let her rant about this for a little bit. I could use a break. You know, maybe she needs to get it out.
Yeah, that's why again Nancy wants me to make the video, but
So, Bucky 5
Definitely.
asks,
It's a constructive way to get it out.
Sweetie, have you or Heather heard the Italian intro for Friendship's Magic?
No. I don't really look
at least
into it.
not that I remember.
Since I started dating Brownie, I haven't gotten to watch the intro.
Boo.
I know, right?
Buckin 5 asks Sweetie if you enjoyed Scaremaster.
Scaremaster, I'm trying to remember.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Was it the one where it was Halloween and she was just like, I don't want to go outside, but like, but you'll have fun. And she's like, okay, I'll try. Okay, I didn't like it.
If it was that one, I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but
It was funny seeing all the anime
the
stuff.
anime cameos was the best part of that episode.
I was
to
just
be
like,
honest.
what the hell?
It's like there's Pony Utena.
I didn't get to finish Utena and I really wanted to, but I don't remember what episode I left off on.
I'd be careful with Utena. It gets weird.
It was already kind of weird.
And it gets weirder. You think it can't, but it can't. You think
Look.
you reached peak weirdness, and then it gets weirder, and you're like, what the fuck?
Look, I just need to watch it until I know if it's gay or not.
It's gay.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I will.
'Cause it was
I will
like
save you time. It's gay.
Okay, because like it just kept going for a while. I'm like, are they gonna start doing stuff? It feels kind of gay, but we're not there yet. You gotta deliver.
They definitely delivered in the movie.
I definitely liked the series, like enough that I drew pony versions of Utena, and
I loved Utena at first, and I hate to say this, and I want to preface this with I was a kid at the time, or relatively young. It got too gay for me.
it's like
Your boy toy's calling you.
Oh, is he? Where? Oh, there he is.
On the computer.
I was like, oh, looking at. Oh shoot! I put camera on. Bad Heather. No, okay.
We want to see his beautiful face.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get frickin' Brandon in here.
Now it's just confusing.
Everything's confusing. This is my life.
Life's confusing.
First of all, I'm out here working so hard.
I know
find
you
your
are.
river.
I know you are. I just like giving you a hard time, so you work for this love.
How's everyone doing tonight?
I'm kind of hot.
I had a hell of a weird night tonight.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh man, two things. So we had a shoplifter come in, and she's actually a known shoplifter. No one really does anything about it because honestly, retail workers are kind of at a disadvantage when it comes to theft.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my coworkers decided to pipe up and call out to this lady as she was leaving the door, "Excuse me, ma'am, did you pay for the items?" And then she just kind of bolted it.
Alrighty then.
And then came back in, yelled a couple things at another guy, and then took another item on the way out.
What was she even
The
stealing?
hell? That
It's a
sounds
whole-
like she's like clubbed out.
She was stealing plants.
What?
Plants.
Plants?
That sounds.
Very like she has a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Stealing
Oh,
plants?
Yeah, it's called
Kleptomania.
kleptomania.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's got more than that. If you just look there, you can tell. You can just tell there's just something not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one. I think I'll probably just tell you after the stream.
Oh my.
After
All right,
hours.
well, I'm sorry you had a rough day.
After dark.
Yeah. Buckin5 asks, "Sweetie, could you..." the Flutter questions. "Could you survive Flutter's stare?"
Yeah. No, I will say the stare is a legit thing, which is why sometimes when it goes a little too far in the fantasy realm, I get confused. Like Fluttershy's like, "Oh yeah, I can't control it. It just happens." Like, what the heck do you mean you can't control it?
Yeah, do you
Why
not
not
feel what
just
your face is doing?
Why not just poke her in the eyes?
Well, no, I mean like she does, like as if she has no control over when she does it, and I'm sort of like, what? That makes
Well, yeah.
no blasted sense. So I'm not a fan of how much like it was made supernatural, because it's a legit thing.
Didn't they have like a music that would play during it, like or something?
Yeah, it was like woo type of sound effect that would go with it.
Oh, Emerald Spencer came in, says, hello. Hello.
Hi-yo.
Hey, Emerald Spencer, how's it going?
I forgot Bronny was here.
That's horrible.
I know, he's been here 2 minutes.
Already
I
forgot
don't
about your
have
boyfriend.
much to say.
You should have
So,
been here earlier. Sweetie was all full
fucking-
mode.
Fucking, I advise against having that whole Sweetie rant come up again. So, no.
Yeah, no, Sweetie needs to
Brony,
rest.
you don't want to hear it.
I've
You just got
probably
home from
heard
work, you didn't
some
need this.
version of it. Yeah, I'm sure I've heard some version of it before. Yeah, I'm in rough shape right now. I haven't slept in a couple of nights here, and I just got done working at a wedding, and yeah, those things go all day and they take it out of you.
Wait, why haven't you slept for a couple of nights?
I've been having sleep troubles for weeks. It's not worth worrying about.
Kind of is.
It is if you're complaining about it. At least you're worried about it. So people who care about you are going to worry about it.
But Buckin5
Yeah.
asks, Bronny, did you enjoy Castle Crashers?
I did. That was fun. It was definitely fun because I was playing it with someone. I don't think that game would hold up in single player, at least not subjectively for me.
Probably not. It's a very immature humor game, so you have to be kind of like that. I liked it by myself, but I definitely like it better with friends. The whole experience is just much funnier.
I definitely was not about a lot of the crude humor that was in there.
You didn't like the deer?
I didn't
No,
like
I didn't like the deer. I didn't like the deer or the owl or the bear.
Yeah, Bronny, I was
That's
gonna
what you
say,
should've been
just in general,
I have a doubt.
not even stream-wise, we should all just play it one time. Like,
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. The only times I've ever played video games in my life were socially. Otherwise, there's other things I'd rather be doing. But yeah, I would highly encourage, especially if we can find it for Sweetie. We're gonna get you Castle Crashers. You're gonna come play Castle Crashers with
And
us.
when exactly am I going to have time for that, darling?
You'll have all the time in the world after I clone you.
Gross.
well, wait, which one? How do you know the real Sweetie's gonna be playing Castle Crashers?
It's simple. I will put a tattoo on the clone Sweetie's forehead, so I will always be able to tell which one is which.
At least make it like the crescent moon.
I was just gonna paint their fingernails different colors.
That works too.
I know you've
I will
already.
genetically alter the clone so that
To
she
be
comes
actually
out
attractive.
with red hair.
Okay.
Now,
Whatever your
so
fetish is.
you've already been through this, sweetie, but Bite Size Crafter wants to know how your foot's doing.
It itches. That's my main complaint. It itches. It's doing better. It's doing much better.
I don't want naughty yarn.
Like I'm actually able to walk on it okay. Running is still honey, if you pull at it, it's just gonna get worse.
So exhausting.
Oh yeah, see now it's tight and pretty much impossible at this point.
That's when we get Cuddy.
Yeah, I
Murdoch
can't see it,
asks what all of our Halloween plans are.
but I'm gonna be in LA. I think my dad expects me to be on candy duty.
I don't know what we're
Yeah,
doing.
we're gonna Heather and I are gonna be in Bakersfield. I've been trying to because Josh Scorcher's wedding is that weekend, so I've been trying to find out who is going to be around and available on Halloween. See if I can get some sort of Halloween like get together going on. And I have no idea what we would do. Maybe just put on the Nightmare Before Christmas or something.
Well, you guys are for Halloween. You guys are welcome at my dad's, but that's quite a drive away for most people.
We could just watch scary movies and I'd have a good time. Take me trick or treating.
That's what I usually do. Is I'm on candy duty and I watch Freeform, and I just watch Hocus Pocus 50 times.
Where am I?
Battleship Agincourt is at the bottom of the chat trying to start stuff, so get ready for that.
Yeah. Oh man. My Halloween plans work. See what the people at my workplace have planned for Halloween. We're supposed we're doing this whole stupid thing based on puns, and the 31st there's some kind of costume contest or whatever going on. I'm
I
probably
heard puns
just.
and I'm suddenly awake.
Dang it.
I've been telling you about this. How my workplace calendar has all these puns for that are based around themes. I think the most recent one was thanks a latte. That was the most recent.
That one's lame though.
All of our lame, Bronny.
All puns are lame.
Thank you, sweetie. I needed to hear that from someone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's the nature of the pun.
Yeah, no, that's my plan. Just work. Can't trick or treat. Why would I trick or treat? I'm 22.
Baby.
I can
What?
get away with it. I'm sure I
Here's
can
to
get
the
away
baby.
with it.
The last time I went trick or treating, I was definitely too old to be trick or treating, but I just wanted an excuse to dress up as Carl Berton and Analuski from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and go door to door yelling Carl quotes at people.
It's okay.
I think the last age I think I was 17.
I think I was
I haven't-
14 or something. I'm pretty sure I was in high school.
I was 17. Maybe I even put it to 18. Not 100% sure. Then I started going to like Not Scary Farm in Southern California, and that kind of took up my Halloweens.
Wait, you were the same. You stopped trick or treating at the same age as I did?
Around the same age.
Oh my god, we have so much in common.
I ship it.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Let's see. There's a
The
lot.
last time I went trick or treating, one of the doors I hit opened up, and I started off with my quote with one of my Carl quotes. And I was like, "So give me a frickin' candy." And she goes, "Aren't you a little big to be trick or treating?" And I said, "Aren't you a little big for your front door?"
Ooh, damn.
And
Did you slide
I
the
didn't
door
get
in
any
the face with
candy.
that?
I would have too.
Okay. Falcon 5 asks, do you enjoy Reese's?
Yeah. I got
Hell yeah.
I got a bowl of Reese's peanut butter cups in the kitchen.
Which
How
is-
can you've asked that before?
I mean, hey, he needs updates. You know,
Has my mind suddenly
tastes-
changed?
Tastes change. Yeah, exactly. Tastes change. Reese's for me, I find them to be too sweet. Actually, they're actually too sweet, and it kind of makes me sick.
I'm an unbeliever. No, I understand.
The only thing that's ever been too sweet for me is the lemonade at Hot Dog on a Stick. If y'all know about Hot Dog on a Stick.
I actually really like that. There have been things that are too sweet for me though.
Oh, it's great lemonade. I'll still drink it, but I'm like, it's at that extent where I'm like, oh my god, I almost can't handle this. Especially their lime.
Oh,
Mm.
sweetie, Murdoch has similar plans to you. Murdoch's gonna be on Candy Duty for 2 hours. He's gonna pretend to be an animatronic porch prop, and whenever they're close enough to the candy bowl, he'll stand up.
Nice.
That's always the plan.
I think at one point my mom wanted me to do something similar. It's like, oh, Brandon, you should do that. I'm like, I don't want to sit there for hours. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I
live.
don't think I would do
Wanna
something
go out-
that elaborate.
Yeah, and I can, if I'm rich, I can just get an animatronic to do it.
Yeah, you could, or
Speaking
You
of
could-
which, Brandon, I don't think we can go to Trans World.
I don't think so either. I would love to, but I just don't think it's viable right now.
No, I
There's
mean,
always
like, I don't think we'd
20
be
foot-
allowed in, because I was watching a video about animatronics, and they brought up Trans World, and it turns out, like, you have to be involved in the industry to be there.
Involved in what way, though?
Like, you have to be, like, starting a business, or be part of some program, or be, like, a big buyer of animatronics
Can't just
to
be-
go there.
You can't just be an enthusiast.
I don't think so. I mean, again, I was watching, like, a video about notable animatronics, and they just mentioned, like, all of Trans World, and they're like, and the only way to get into Trans World is if you're deeply involved in the community. You have to be a creator, an entrepreneur, be in a program, a big buyer of animatronics. all that stuff.
All right, okay, fine. I'll
Or,
buy a couple.
or invited by one of the presenters.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Either
were you
get
watching
it
that
to
video with
one
me?
of the presenters.
I think
No,
I'm
fine, I'll buy a couple of animatronics then. Jeez.
big
That
buyer,
sucks.
man, like buying in bulk.
We're selling animatronics, and I don't know if the kids are just being terrible kids or if they're scared, but they're damaging the animatronics. It's kind of funny. We have a werewolf one. It used to stand up, okay, and now it's just sad.
Have you guys ever heard of Mr. Zed?
No.
Nope.
He was a stand-up comedian that did up his makeup real good, and then acted like an animatronic robot that was programmed for stand-up comedy. I'll show you guys after the stream tonight. But you might find it funny, especially if you like animatronics.
It
Yeah.
kind of sounds like that. Number one, it dips into Uncanny Valley stuff, and two, it kind of sounds like just the whole concept, at least initially, of Steam Powered Giraffe, where they were all supposed to be automatons, and they moved like automatons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've seen Steam Powered Giraffe, and I was a fan of their early work, like Rabbit and Johnny and.
I liked
that.
Honeybee. I haven't heard too much.
Oh, Honeybee is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Mhm. They also have a slightly altered version for SteamWorld Heist. That one's pretty okay too.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. Like I stopped following after I think their second or third album. And for whatever reason, I just lost interest. I honestly can't remember why.
Well, it's the same reason why Buckin asks every time if we like Reese's. Tastes change, you know?
Yeah, I suppose, but I do still listen to their first album on occasion. Captain Albert Alexander, Honeybee. Those are songs that I listen to them all the time.
Oh wait, I think I have heard Captain Albert Alexander. So Buckin5 asks, have you been scared by jump scares before? That's not fair. Everyone has.
Yeah.
That's just built into us.
Yeah, I mean, that's just that's just sort of like surprise. More than like genuine terror and psychological trauma. That's just like, oh, you scared me, because you came around the corner too fast, It's,
Yeah, FNAF didn't invent that.
mm-hmm.
You know, Yeah, no. They certainly. I mean, nah. Jump scare gimmicks have been ruined long before FNAF. I guess FNAF is just kind of when people started remembering. Oh yeah, that's a trope in video games.
I don't want to do it tonight, but sometime on a future stream, I should tell you guys the story of when I worked at a haunted house for one Halloween season, and all the insane things I did there.
Is the spoon one of them?
Oh my.
Yes, the spoon is one of them. The spoon is the end of the story.
Spoilers.
Fucking 5 asks, does bad animatronics make me think of Five Nights?
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's so many amazing animatronics you could be thinking of. Because Disney.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
Revolutionized
that's
when I
wrong.
think
That's
animatronics,
the
I immediately think Disney. That's the first thing in my head.
I think FNAF because it was more apparent, but then I think animatronics. Oh wait, they mean audio animatronics, and that's Disney.
Disney invented animatronics.
Yeah, and it was just they're so cool. And I really enjoy all the ones that I've gotten to see. Like, there's this really big Ursula one that I've always wanted to see, though, and I don't know which mermaid ride it's on, if it was at Disneyland or Disney World.
No, it's California Adventure.
It's California Adventure that has that one?
Yep.
I gotta go back.
It's really good. Like I went on the Little Mermaid ride, and it's like it's nothing extraordinary. Like it's not like an experience. I don't know. It's weird to me because it's like seeing one of the old rides, but in modern day, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like if you were there for the induction of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride or something like that. It's kind of like that. Like it's an old-fashioned style ride, but with updated animatronics and obviously with a more modern film as its topic, cutting out the entire middle part of the film, which I thought was funny. I'm like, really? That's just a better streamline of the film. Like, basically
it's a world of laughter, a world of cheer. It's a world of hope and a world of
You don't sound
fear.
like either of those things right now.
So much that we share that it's time we're aware it's a small world after all.
The animatronics in that one are not.
You know,
Muy pequeño
you know what, Bronny?
mundo es.
Bronny, you actually reminded me of a story, Bronny.
Tell me the story.
Someone at work was buying an inflatable Mickey Christmas decoration.
Oh,
And then-
okay. I'm now up to speed.
And then just instinctively, I just went, it was really loud.
Brandon, no! Brandon.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Why did you do
Everyone was
that?
so confused.
How do they not know how Mickey Mouse laps?
Wait, what?
How do they not know how Mickey Mouse laps? Brandon, how good is your Mickey Mouse voice?
Terrible. The only thing I do is that, and it's not even good. I just do it for fun.
It's obviously identifiable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that has to do with anything. If it's identifiable, if it's identifiable, that number one, it's a sound. It's just a sound. It's not like I'm speaking any lines.
Oh, it's perfect though.
Well,
There was a
I
really.
mean, I've done some other stupid stuff before. One time, someone's total came up to 2319, and if you've seen Monster Inc.
So we got a 2319. We got a 2319. Brandon, I thought you didn't like Disney, or is it just Bronny who doesn't like Disney?
No. Disney. I mean, whatever they've done as a company, whatever. I mean, I don't know. But there's some Disney films I like.
That's definitely great. You know, there was one animatronic that I wish I'd gotten to see before they took it down. There was a Cinderella ride in Tokyo Disney, where like it was doing the like Cinderella's dungeon tour, and it mostly followed like all the villains and looking at all their stuff, and the main ending was based around the black cauldrons enemy, the Horned King, and then at the end they had this big animatronic of him as he's over a cauldron saying he's going to induct you into his army of the dead, and it looked really
cool.
It really looked
Yeah,
cool,
that
but they don't
looks-
have it anymore.
Yeah.
I-
They
That was
used to
real
have
cute,
an
yeah.
animatronic dragon underneath Sleeping Beauty's castle, but I don't think they have that anymore.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, oh man,
I
wish
loved
could've
that as a
seen
kid.
that.
It was so cool.
I'm mad that no one brought me to that as a kid. I guess
Oh,
no
I
one
love it.
knew about it.
I feel like we stumbled upon it. We're like, oh yeah, let's just see what happens here. Oh shit, there's a dragon.
That is so wicked freaking cool.
Yeah. The most recent update of Phantasmic. I don't know if you call it an animatronic exactly. It's certainly better than their old stuff. Like, I was there for actually the transition. I knew Phantasmic inside, outside, backwards, forwards. Like, I knew it so well. And then one year I watch it, and there's no Maleficent. Like, she talks about getting bigger and turning into a dragon, and then there's just nothing there. And I'm like, the fuck? And then the next time I saw the show, I'm like, oh yeah, and this is where she turns into. I hope the dragon is working this time. And it turned out they were updating it, and it was this huge, amazing thing. I'm like, what? It was so cool. They updated the dragon from Maleficent in Phantasmic, and you need to see that too.
I definitely need to see that. I love freaking animated or whatever dragons. Any kind of dragon.
Mm-hmm. You need to see that. It's amazing.
Dragons.
Like the old one, I mean, for when you're a really young kid, it suffices. But as you get older, you're like, yay, that's totally not like a dragon's head on a pogo stick. But the new one's amazing. I mean, it is also kind of looks like a blow-up thing, but that's still cool.
You know, I almost forgot for a second that there's people talking and that we have to read them.
Oh, yeah,
I almost forgot.
sorry.
We love you. We got sidetracked with Disney. It's not our fault.
I love
You
robots.
messed up, Brandon.
You're here too, Bronny. You're failing at your job too.
You're not moderating.
So,
I need one more row of
Ronnie,
this done.
Fucking
God.
five things Samra would be perfect for a haunted house.
Put some
I don't-
blood on
Nah,
there.
he's
I
not
don't
quiet
know,
enough.
Maybe.
He's not quiet enough. He can't speak up on you.
Oh yeah, just good.
Ka-ching. Boo! I don't see
I
that
don't know. Maybe
happening.
he could be like Horned King
I
scary. Just
could-
be at the
I
end, be
could
like, "You're gonna be in my
provide-
army of the dead."
Yeah, I guess something like that. Yeah,
I
like.
could provide foreshadowing. I could, just rattle. And
It's like, oh no, it's the rattling.
Oh no! It's the armor clink of doom.
Oh god.
Fucking five asks, would you eat pumpkin? I haven't had pumpkin and I want to.
Wait, pumpkin? Like anything?
Like pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkin, anything, the actual pumpkin. That falls into the same category. Whatever.
You've never
Would you
had
eat
like
Go
pumpkin
get it,
pie?
Get it from the garden right now. Don't wash it. No nothing. Just bite it.
Yes, exactly. See, that's organic. That's
That's farmed
natural.
its plate.
That's nature.
But no, seriously,
It's
you've never
good
had
for
pumpkin
you.
pie?
You know,
Get you your pumpkin antioxidants.
I like.
Pumpkin spice biotics.
I'm not normally a big fan of pumpkin, but they did make these pumpkin cookies at my needlework class that were pretty good, and I make a good pumpkin bread that even I want to eat.
Pumpkin bread is good.
Pumpkin bread's pretty okay. I'm not a big fan of the pie. I like.
Well,
berries
I
in my
wasn't
pie.
either, but I still had to be forced to eat it every year. It was still like Thanksgiving. It was like, do you want apple pie or pumpkin pie? I'm like, you come near me with that pumpkin pie, I'll put it in your face. You eat it. I want my apple pie. Go away.
I do like apple pie as well. Not Dutch apple pie. I like regular apple pie.
I will take apple pie in any form.
Battleship
too crumbly.
says, I'm not a fan of the quote-unquote core Disney franchise like Mickey Mouse and Snow White, but I do appreciate the 90s productions. Beauty and the Beast anime was vastly better than the live action.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, no one's,
So
no
I've
one's
heard. I
refusing
haven't
that.
seen. I've seen the live action rendition of. Oh God, was it just called Gaston? The song? It's been forever.
The song, yes.
Gaston.
Yeah, it was just Gaston. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've seen the live action version. That was no.
Gaston they cast was a wimp. They should have cast me as Gaston. I would have been a good Gaston, on account of I can actually hit the notes in that song.
Can you wait? Can you please sing as a specimen? Yes, I'm intimidating.
Do it.
As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating.
I mean,
That sucked.
if we were in
That
an
sucked.
entirely different key, Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sucked. I'm definitely not doing well tonight.
Oh, you're just gonna have to reprise it later.
Yep.
You're gonna do it until you get it right, until that baritone turns me on.
It hasn't yet.
Emerald Spencer says we should do a podcast.
It can,
Maybe.
when he actually accentuates it. Ugh, so
Bite-sized
sweaty.
crafter. Bite-sized crafter says, sometimes I say, I am an evil empire in Mickey's voice when I do laugh.
Hi, what are you empire?
I love it. I love it. Brandon, do it.
What the top?
Yeah, no, the whole line. I have an even empire and then the top.
I can't. You know, I've never actually, not even by myself, I haven't experimented with trying Mickey's voice, but I can't imagine it going well. I don't have a huge voice range. I don't know.
Come on, try it. I don't even think I've heard you even sing, and you love music.
Well, I can't sing. I acknowledge I can't sing, so I do what I'm good at, which seems to be piano. I'm getting pretty good at that.
Nice.
He's good at guitar too. Music's
I actually dropped guitar. I'm thinking of getting back into it, but I don't know. I'm really liking piano so much that I've kind of just I don't know. Does anyone want a guitar? I'll send the guitar out.
What? I can have two guitars.
I don't know, Brandon. It really just sounds like you're being a huge pianist right now.
I can go to bed right now. Sweetie, you want to go to bed with me?
Sure.
We're going to bed. I can go to bed and not deal with this today.
What, did that joke hit the wrong chord?
Sweetie, I'm gonna go get something stronger than this.
You know what? I gotta go. I gotta go. You know what? It was very nice. I'm so glad that you're here, Bronny. Yeah, have fun with that.
Sweetie, they left me alone with the chat again and I don't know what to do.
Read the
I'm
chat,
tired,
at least.
my eyes aren't working, I can't read.
You gotta read, Bronny. They've been neglected by Disney Talk.
Why were we even talking about Disney in the
Why
first place?
wouldn't we
Disney
talk
is no
about Disney?
good.
Disney is awesome.
Disney is not worth our time.
Disney is the best.
Well, all we had was wine, so I have a frying pan that I use to make tiny eggs, so I'm gonna knock myself out with this. Good night.
Why do they get so irrationally mad at my
I'm not
plan?
paying for that ambulance, Bronny. That's on your tab.
Oh hell no! If I'm if I need medical care and it's not incredibly urgent, please just drive me to the hospital. I'm not paying for an ambulance either. I have my dad's
need a
insurance, so maybe I can get it out of him, but I don't want to go down that road. Oh my god.
It was funny when I got mold.
Were you?
As I was like we were waiting for the paramedics and all that, and I like my boss was there. I'm like, could you do me a favor and go to my locker and get my wallet? You know, and so when I was at the hospital and they're like, you don't by any chance have your ID and your insurance card, do you? I'm like, yes I do. I thought ahead. Ha ha ha.
Dude, that is on my mind. I'm like, if there's an emergency situation,
I need to make sure I have my wallet. Yeah.
Make sure you have your
Make sure I have my wallet.
Yeah, I carry my own my card too.
Ronnie,
My wallet,
What?
my cell phone, but I already have my
Emerald
cell phone.
Spencer is unsubscribing.
That unsubscribe.
Alright, there you go. Little does he know that you know, my piano-related puns hold the keys to success.
I can leave the room again.
You know,
I can go hang out with the cat.
don't make me just throw my Yamaha out the window. If this is what you're gonna do every time, I'm gonna give up piano. I'm just not gonna do it.
Go back to the guitar.
No, I no.
Fondle that
Wait.
sweet, sweet G-string.
That didn't fall on deaf ears here.
I know it didn't.
Now it's her too. I don't even have one.
I wouldn't think so. They're not very practical.
No. Do they even? I haven't even
Maybe
seen one at Victoria's
maybe
Secret
this
in a long
will
time.
maybe this will end the pain. Hold on, it's worth trying. That went horribly wrong. I blew too hard.
We need to fortissimo our defenses.
I didn't understand that one.
I didn't get that one. Sorry, what?
No, don't make him explain
Okay,
it. I don't
fair
want.
enough.
I don't want to understand it.
Don't Stop!
I won't understand it. I don't understand. I will leave. I will
Don't do
leave.
it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! No. Let's just read the chat. Emerald Spencer's unsubscribing because you said Disney sucks.
Disney's the best.
Disney,
Okay, sad to see you go.
you take it too well. I want to fight you so bad.
Jakey.
Maybe. You know, it helps me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Honey Drop says Ronnie's king of dad jokes.
Pretty much.
It is king. Damn it.
Alright, now say something before he can talk.
Well, you have to tell us who said
I'll
the
say
next thing.
whatever I want, whenever I want, boy. You can't stop me. You're
I-
not powerful enough.
I
You're
can
not
stop
my
you
real dad.
at any time. I can stop you, but I've been so merciful and lenient.
You don't have the brawn.
Let me see.
That's not, it's not terrible.
There we go.
Bucket 5 says don't make Heather chug the can.
You guys didn't even see what I did.
Oh, I forgot I have a harmonica too, but I don't actually know how to play it. Emerald Spencer, I hate you!
What did he say?
I hate you so much!
What did he
I'm
say?
not reading that. I hate you so much, Emerald.
Quick, we need Brawny.
He's in.
Brawny, read what he said.
Let me take a look here. Oh, frick.
He's Brownie. He
Hang
can't.
on. Where are my glasses?
Check your head.
Yep.
Brawny, I wouldn't advise music puns with this group. They seem a little bit retardando, if you catch my drift.
Retardando.
I would have gone with high strung.
It was a more sophisticated. Music pun.
I gotta give Emerald a hand for actually using the technical music term, but I'm about to go fortissimo, honestly, in a second.
I just tried to use that one and it didn't work. What makes you think you can do it?
I don't
Wait,
know.
what? Wait, I'm confused now. What?
I tried to use the fortissimo pun, and it didn't work. So why are you trying it now?
Because it worked.
Thank you.
Just calling it how I see it.
I don't like you.
Love you too.
Battleship asking, any chance you'd be willing to keep streaming for another hour? Oh, it's almost last 10 minutes.
Oh man, well, I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna say no, guys. I'm sorry we got so off track and we got caught in our own conversations.
I blame Brendan.
Maybe Brandon.
I
And partially Brawny.
Maybe also me. This is my operation.
Oh no, definitely you.
The point is, it's not my fault.
Well, alright. Sweetie was just an innocent bystander. Sort of.
Sort of. Kind of.
Emerald,
Damn it.
you know, you had me when you Where's that band button?
What did he say, Brawny? Read us the thing.
It's another pun.
I was in concert choir from grades 4 to 12. I have basic knowledge of music terms.
But I'm tis.
Does that also happen to be your vocal range?
Hey,
I don't know, you're in a lot of trouble
hey,
now.
Heather.
If the next thing that comes out of your mouth is a pun, I
Be careful,
don't know what the
Ronnie.
future of this relationship is.
Be careful,
Pun.
Ronnie.
Hey, Heather.
Think about
Don't
what
you
you're
put
about to
ours
do.
at stake.
Think about it.
What range does a panda sing in?
Oh my god, such heavy breathing.
What range does a panda sing in? Go ahead.
A baritone?
Oh!
Yeah, I was expecting something more finesse.
I was, yeah. Oh, You made Brandon cry.
You killed my friend. Oh my god, I could talk about so much with him. What am I gonna do now? Well, I guess I'll talk to you.
I guess.
She's always busy though.
Yeah, it's true though.
She's not home.
Sally.
You can talk to me. I'm a decent conversationalist.
Not about certain things.
Where do you think I go to talk shit about you?
I mean, it's true.
Oh.
You gotta have
So
somebody to talk
Murdoch,
shit about your significant
Murdoch
other.
has to go. I would go. I would quit while you're ahead, Murdoch. Have a
Run!
nice
Run
night.
while you can.
Yeah.
I should be telling better jokes. I really should.
Yeah,
It's October. I should be telling spooky jokes.
Oh.
Not pun based.
Brandon, what's a skeleton's favorite instrument?
Xylobone.
The trombone.
What?
Thank you, Heather.
The swear jar.
I was
I'm
wondering
about
where
to
you
make
were
you
gonna
rich.
address
Heather. The
those.
swear jar's gonna.
I mean, I
Phil.
can deduce what they're for.
Yeah, you know, whole setup
Yeah.
right there. I'm gonna take lots of pictures. Go ahead and guess. They probably.
Brawny, because it's too painful, I am going to defer every Emerald
Oh, I
Spencer
wrapped up
comment
my
to
present
you.
over here.
Ooh, nice.
For the happy couple. What do you think?
That's lovely.
I'm reading it, but I don't get it.
You'll never know what it is.
I get it.
It's
I get
actually
it.
something kind of simple.
No, I
was on
get
our
it.
list.
Get it. It's very. Emerald, you're just a riot tonight, Emerald. You're just so funny, you know. You and Brawny, you should do stand up, Mr. Said type of stuff, you know. You're both just so funny.
You think
You've
Just
broken
so really
him now.
Funny.
You think
Just
he's kidding? He's gotten
hilarious.
this
Like,
passively
I haven't
aggressive
heard
with me.
I've heard anyone so hilarious in such a long time, and it's hard to find good comedy nowadays. But you guys, you break the mold.
You're giving us a really bad disease, Brandon. I'm going to call this new disease SARS-casm.
Yeah.
What point is
That's
that?
a pretty
Yeah,
good
you
name.
lost me
Good.
on
It's
that
like
one.
it's like sarcasm, and then there's also a real life disease that's short to SARS. Yeah, no, it's really.
I never heard of that.
I'm suffering from SARS right now. It seems it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Brandon, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It's gonna be okay. We have like 6 minutes left. It's gonna be fine. Any last minute comment, questions, or concerns, bring them up now before we leave.
We're hanging out after the stream. It's not gonna be okay. This isn't gonna end. This isn't something I could just.
You can walk
You
away,
can walk
Brandon.
away from it, Brandon. I do it all the time.
I did it a few minutes ago.
I'm modding the stream. I can't walk away from this.
I was just gonna sit back tonight and quietly watch the stream, and y'all dragged me into it.
You know what? You don't.
Like
you're
you
your own
wouldn't be
personal hell,
making
and you
puns
drag
in the
everyone down
chat,
with you,
Bronny.
so
Yeah, like,
you don't-
really?
Why not? You're in your own personal hell, Brawny, and this is my hell. This is mine.
You okay, man? Yeah? Aw, he's winding up the music box I gave him.
Aww.
It's a really nice music box. I like it.
Is that Game of Thrones?
No, it was
Oh.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay.
I got it from Etsy and had an engraving in it for his birthday.
You know, no, I've said it before. I do appreciate the gift. That every once in a while, I wind it up.
Yeah, I hope it gives you solace. I was really hoping that would mean a lot to you, because you're
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need it, and I have the oddest desire to play a rhythm game now.
That's fine. You can do that. You have the option.
Yeah. I mean, no, my only option is actually a really bad Guitar Hero game, but it's a rhythm game. It passes. It passes. I'll do it.
Play DDR.
I don't have DDR.
Play DDR.
My house isn't that big. I can't host a machine like that.
Dude, when I have my own house, I want to have like arcade games in a room.
DDR. The one that has I'm your little butterfly. Gotta have that one.
I was never good at DDR.
I had a very weeaboo middle school to high school experience, so I ended up getting pretty darn good for a white girl.
I remember when I first went into like an arcade and I saw a chick in full-on maid cafe cosplay doing it, and I was just like, whoa, this is something to
Last
experience.
4 minutes, by the way.
Last 4 minutes of the stream, guys. Last 4 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, speak them out. Forever hold your silence until the next stream.
And actually read them.
I think we've got time for a song.
No, we do not.
99 bottles of...
Bronny, I just need the papers
I said,
at this point.
like that. I guess you refer everyone to the Kickstarter I just made for the hospital bills that need to be paid.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks, by the way, Bronny.
You're welcome. Glad I could be of service.
Oh my god, just read something from my fans.
Please, can we listen to
Okay,
the actual
alright.
people watching us?
Okay. Dreyfus is, really wants you to look up the Tweetsy Ghost Train.
The what?
The Tweetsy Ghost Train.
The Tweetsy Ghost Train. Can you Google that?
How do you spell the first word?
Tweet, S-I-E, Ghost Train.
Like tweet.
Tweet as in sending out a tweet, you know, or like the sound of a bird, you know,
Okay, so-
the bird's tweet.
Tweetsy
Ghost.
Ghost. Also, Christine is going. Have a nice night, Christine.
See you later, Pristine.
See you, Pristine.
Thank you. She's a regular.
Yes.
I'm cool with that.
Brian's a regular too. Is he
Well, yeah,
brings,
he gets waifu privileges.
he brings the,
Yeah, you all kind
the
of have it at
package
this point.
too. It seems.
Oh, cool.
What is it?
Trying to get it into full. Whatever.
Now, what is the Tweetsy Ghost Train? I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, that's a pretty
Heather-
badass train. It's a train with a skull on it.
Heather, I just remembered something.
You love her and shouldn't torture her with puns?
Oh, that's
Have you
cool.
seen... Well, that's true. But have you seen the movie Young Frankenstein?
Oh, it sounds so freaking familiar.
The fact that you've hesitated makes me cry inside.
I've definitely
Alright,
heard.
Ronnie, we
Heather, I
need
know,
to educate
I know
this
what
woman.
we're doing. I know what we're doing for Halloween. Heather.
Exactly. We're having a Harry Potter marathon, and then we'll watch
No,
Young Frankenstein.
I'd rather keep,
I want you to be there.
I'd
for
rather
it. I'm not
keep
sure
all
what
my
we are.
brain cells. Thank you. No, we're just gonna watch.
We'll fight him.
We're just gonna watch
together. When as
a
soon as
Young
he comes to the door,
Frankenstein.
you take your keyblade. I'll get your lightsaber.
I have.
Deal.
Oh, Dreyfus! It can breathe smoke and fire.
Oh, that's neat.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I like it. I want to go on that train. I want
costs
to take my
money.
nephews on that train.
Yes, it
Yeah,
costs
they
money.
probably love it.
I keep thinking I have makeup in my eyes, but I don't. I can rub my eyes.
Nice.
Oh.
The simple things in life. That's why I don't wear makeup too much, because it's annoying as hell.
Yeah. I wear it as part of the thing of business. They're always like, they all wear makeup, so you do.
Yeah. I think I did that when I first started at my job, and then I was like, F it.
I like it when the eyeshadow colors match my nails or my dress.
Such a girl.
You act like that's a bad thing.
Didn't say it was a bad thing. Just
Oh,
that
did you
you're a
want to
girl.
get our nails done together again for the wedding?
Sure.
I want to get
Oh.
the sharp nails.
So
I'm
Heather,
hesitant about
it's-
pedicure, though. Like, that would feel
it's
really
12
good, but I don't want to traumatize the poor.
It's 12 a.m. where I
You
am.
see how it is? Like, let's do it the week before we're gonna go.
Okay.
So give it time. Maybe
That's
sure
only in a couple days, you realize, right?
They will do it the Monday before we go.
Okay.
Like Monday afternoon. Like, yeah, it'll be fine. And plus, I'm sure they've seen worse. They probably get people in there with athlete's foot.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I want to torture the poor.
I'm sure as long as it's not pussy or gross.
Well, at the moment it's pussy and gross.
I'm sure it'll get better.
Yeah, hopefully.
Heather, it's 12:01 right now where I am.
Guys, it's the end of the stream. Damn
Wait,
it.
I think I have an end of the stream song. Can I'd like to share it.
You
Okay.
may.
Brawny, stop. There, that's it.
Beautiful. A masterpiece.
Gorgeous.
Wonderful.
I
well,
love it.
guys, this has been a very interesting stream. Not as productive as I thought it was going to be. But, I was glad it ended with all my friends.
I
'cause
wonder
at
whose
first-
fault that is. I
Not my
wonder.
fault. It's not my fault. I came here in the last half hour, okay? Y'all had an hour and a half to get your act together. I'm not taking the blame for this one.
You know what? I'm gonna take my hair down and I'm just gonna contemplate my life choices.
Particularly in boyfriends.
Yeah. There's a cute guy with millionaire parents at work.
Yeah. She's got a work waifu, man. You got competition.
Okay, so guys, this has been a lovely stream. I'm glad you all tuned in. Sorry we didn't get to every one of your questions. We got lost in conversation about animatronics and Fluttershy.
My bad on the Fluttershy bit.
That's fine. I'm sure everyone was like, whoa.
In my defense, we all chipped in on the animatronic one.
The animatronic one was cool, though.
Yes.
But this has been great. Thank you for showing up, and I'm Heather Blossom. That's Sweetie Bloom. We got Brandon, and we got Brawny Buck. We'll see you in the next one.
Boy.
I'm gonna go pass out.